So today's the big day. Y'all come along with me. We're fixing to go to the show here. Check it out.
It's used for bucking and it's used for limbing. So this is the reason that the design is what it is. So to give you an idea, we are more compact, and how we're doing this is through the cylinder coming back and swooping back. So now we can bring the handle closer to the center mass of the engine. The other thing that we're doing is, if you'll notice, here's your center point of the engine itself. Notice how close your bar and chain are. So this is movement here. So this is going to bring this into the closer part of the center mass and the piston and rod going up and down. So that reduces a lot of the gyroscopic forces working against you as well. Notice your rear wrist. Notice how you're having to fight it to pull it back over into the cutting position.
That are in people's yards or municipalities and stuff where they take the tree down, and it could be anywhere from 5 or 6 foot up to, I've done several that are 30 foot. And the things I look for in a chainsaw are power, durability, and also maneuverability. Maneuverability to me is the number one, because it's that fatigue. It's at the end of the day, you're moving this all around, and you're just up there. The less weight that you've got to throw around and you got to hold, the better. And I'll sacrifice power for that, or I will sacrifice durability or whatever for that, because that's what makes me money. So luckily with 550 XP, you don't have to sacrifice power. It's all gains in the maneuverability. And the previous version 550 was my favorite saw, and that's the one I spent the most time on, because I used it for kind of a shaping saw. So I take a big saw and block it out, and it'd be kind of blocky looking, and then I'd take this one and I would shape everything. So it's a lot of sweeping cuts, and then there's a lot of times there's a lot of little small stuff where you're holding this saw out in front of you, and you're having to move it around like that.
So we're still at the Husqvarna thing right here. We got quite a few dealers and some customers and stuff like that here. So this is one of the dealers. Tell us who you are and what your dealer is.
I'm Kenny Wilson. I'm with Westside Rental here in Burnsville, North Carolina.
Real close by, right?
Yeah, about 30-40 miles from here.
Didn't have to fly, did you?
No.
right, so I'm with one of the media people that's here, kind of like I am. So tell us who you are and who you're with.
All right, well, my name's Emily Duane. I'm the Senior Marketing Coordinator for the Tree Care Industry Association.
And so y'all deal with mainly, climbers and tree care industry takedown stuff.
Yeah, so our members are arborists.
Right.
So they could be doing anything from plant health care to taking down trees to kind of maintaining the canopy and making sure that it's safe and healthy for the people who live near it.
Right. Y'all have a big thing on Instagram.
We do, yeah. You can follow Tree Care Industry on Instagram, and we're also on Twitter and on Facebook and LinkedIn. We're everywhere.
Appreciate that, Emily. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's just a quick, quick little example of what my day looks like times 8 to 10 hours.
So I'm with another dealer. Who do we got here?
I'm David Miller with Amelia Equipment Service.
Where y'all at?
We're out of Amelia, Virginia.
Amelia, Virginia. And you're enjoying all the new Husqvarna stuff and everything, right?
Definitely.
Appreciate that, man.
Why do we have two chainsaws in the same CC range?
I see two different customers. I mean, we've done 365s and 372s for
Okay.
years.
Yeah.
For years. It's two very different customers.
What is the difference between the customers?
The 72s are all pro logger type guys. The
Yeah.
65s all go to a a landscaper that does some tree work. Guy clearing lots, house lots. Smaller stuff.
Okay, good. I can double check that and get back to you.
So it's basically 500 more RPM than the 565.
Yes.
It's always been a battle for me because we saw a lot of chainsaws for guys that cut their own firewood and clean up this, and they just have their property logged and they come in for it. And
hi everyone. Hello. Enjoying the time. 25, a little bit of an extension of what we were talking about back inside. So if you're going to be doing a removal, you probably wouldn't use a saw of this size because it's not going to be able to get into the wood. You'd want to go to a 540 XP, but the 525 is awesome for bigger deadwood that you'd want to do with a handsaw, especially if there's multiple cuts, but definitely great for like crown reductions and things like that. Very lightweight. The attachment points are awesome. I always use the main attachment point. It keeps it nice and close to me, so when I'm moving through the tree, it just kind of becomes an extension of me, basically. What I also really love is this feature that they have here, which is also found on their battery saws in their 540, is a rigid attachment point. So I don't use this really ever, except for, say, in like emergency situations. That meaning, if I'm making a cut and I do like a snap cut, and then I want to put the saw away and then grab that piece and throw it. If I make that cut and the wind gusts and it starts to go before I'm ready and my saw's in my hand and I've only got one arm, throw the brake on, and then this rigid point, I can clip it to my belt with one hand.
So this saw weighs 6 pounds is what it weighs. 525 top handle. Very light. No auto tune on this one right here. All right, some of the southern people already know who this old girl is right here.
Hey
so
guys,
tell them who you are.
I am Jessica Johnson. I work on Southern Logging Times magazine. In fact, my very first logging job was TDK back in 2012. That's right. 2012. So I am here previewing all the new saws. Southern Logging Times and Timber Harvesting will both have some info about what we've seen here today and all the cool tricks and new things that they've got going for those big boy saws.
Isn't this pretty cool for them to do this, for them to put this on at this level like what they've done? And I think some other companies and other, this is going to benefit them in the long run right here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And they have a big mix of people here too.
Right.
So that's good.
Because they got a lot of media people. They're including me with the media people. Of course, I'm a logger too, so it fits right in and then the YouTube thing, so very cool. So I appreciate you sharing with me just a little bit.
We have a 365 and a 565. We're talking a lot about the latest version of AutoTune, AutoTune 2, whatever they want to call it. And this demonstration here will show you the extreme adjustment capabilities of auto tune. So basically, auto tune adjusts for altitude, temperature, humidity, fuel quality, to give you the optimal tune saw at any given standpoint. There's no more adjustment with carburetors. This helps you out from a couple different reasons. From an owner standpoint, there's no chance that your employees who know how to adjust carburetors are going to lean out saws. Just to show you, they both cut. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put on the magic filters. So they're both duct taped, very tight. And I'll pass them around for you guys. We'll take the 565, make the cut real quick. We'll take the duct taped air filter there. I had to poke quite a few holes in it yesterday. It took me a long time to figure out exactly how many holes you had to poke in there to get it. And you'll see, when you guys saw these, there's a huge difference in the amount of air that this 365 is getting just to run. So clearly it's not running. The dirty air filter for the 565 with much less holes in it. We can all agree upon that, hopefully. But what we'll notice here is when I start this, it is going to take a little bit of a hesitation, and then it'll adjust. But with Auto Tune 2, it's much quicker and it'll adjust much faster, so I'm not going to need that. So basically you're saying this one is a pretty much plugged air filter. Well, come on over. Hey, take a look. So I haven't done anything to either of them, right? And this one we couldn't even get to run, basically.
And that's a 372?
This is a 365.
365.
So check out that air filter. Barely able to run, right? We can agree upon that, hopefully.
So that's not
like I said, it is a little bit of a magic trick, unfortunately. Now we have our 565. Much less holes.
All right, so I got another media personality with me here. What's your name?
Kelly Limpert with Landscape Management Magazine.
And so y'all just do landscaping in your magazine, or what all do y'all do? What all do y'all cover?
We help landscapers grow their business, become better professionals, anything that they need.
Are y'all just an online publication, or y'all print?
Print publication, and then we do a lot of online work.
Very cool. Appreciate it. Thank you. And you ran that saw very good too.
Why, thank you.
Oh yeah.
For those of you who aren't super familiar with the climbing gear aspect of tree care, I'm doing a climb called SRS, so it's a stationary rope system. So I'm climbing on one stationary line instead of MRS, which is a moving rope system. So you're in like a dynamic setup. I prefer this style because it's a lot more ergonomic. You use your whole body, arms and legs, instead of just your arms. So I've already tested everything. So I'm going to be demoing the 525 in the tree. How I like to set it up, well, you can see it here on the ground. Because I'm climbing on this SRS system, I need a little bit of weight in the line so I can move up the rope like it's a pole, basically. So So I could get someone to hold the line for me, but instead of having somebody right below me kicking them in the face, because I'm going to be using the saw anyway, I like to keep the saw tied on. That's my weight, and then when I get up there, it's already ready for me to pull up to me and I can use it. So kind of killing two birds with one stone with that one. As you can see here too, my preference isn't to use an attached lanyard. I don't like the restriction of unclipping and having something there. I know I expose myself at risk of dropping the saw, but I'm very careful when I'm in the tree, and I like to be able to disconnect completely from it. That's my preference. So without further ado, I'm going to go up so you guys can kind of see a bit of a demonstration of how I ascend into the canopy. So I have this chest tether here that just fair leads my system up. I like to test it before I get going. So the reason why I'm not using the Husqvarna rope, the 16 strand, is because this device and the device on my foot is a toothed device. So they've got little teeth that actually puncture the rope every step I take. So you don't want to be doing that on 16 strand when that cover is holding your life, whereas this one, the cover and the core is holding me, so it's designed for that. So if you guys want to just stand clear as I ascend. Does anyone have any questions at this point before I disappear?
Is that 24 strand?
Yeah, this is made by All Gear. It's called Mardi Gras. It's pretty much all I use. It's not static. I'm not a huge fan of climbing and working a tree off a static line. That's my preference, but that is an option as well. Yeah. Anything else?
You like the rope wrench?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my go-to, for sure. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna go up, make some cuts. So as you see, I'm using my legs and my arms. So I'm kind of dispersing the work throughout my whole body. And if I want to take a break, I can just sit and have a breath. If anybody's standing generally there, might not be a good idea anymore. So climbers always have a second point of attachment. In this case, obviously this branch isn't going to hold me if I were to cut my line, but it's a work positioning lanyard, so it's just putting me in a comfortable position to make a cut safely without coming close to my my lifeline. So first I like to check, make sure I can do it. Good. Someone have a question? No? Any questions at this point?
How did you get so awesome?
So it doesn't have wicked power to rip through large wood, but doing things like this, reductions, smaller cuts, it's so easy. Very light, very maneuverable. Follows me. I don't really have to think about it too much. It's nice. Okay, so I'll make another couple of reduction cuts. want to see anything else? Is that enough time? Is that good, guys?
That's perfect.
Yeah?
Thank you.
All right, coming down.
All right, so a lot of y'all that are Husqvarna fans that follow Husqvarna ought to know who this cat is right here. Tell them who you are, man.
Chad Gainey. I'm a professional chainsaw carver.
Yeah,
Husqvarna H-Team member.
You're all the carvings that y'all seen today that has been in the videos, of the numbers of the chainsaws. You did every one of them there, didn't you?
Yeah, carved those Sunday.
And do a lot of storm work and things like that down there on the coast and all, don't you?
Yeah, I've been swamped with that stuff right now since the storm. It's just been, tons of. Well, there's tons of stump. Everybody wants to get them carved, so I've been trying to get those done. I'm going into show season now, where I'm at dealers, open houses, and events and whatnot across the country, and which my schedule is on my website. So if you're interested in something like that, you can go see where I'm at.
Because you're an H-Team member.
Yeah.
And because that's what I was going to say. He travels dealer to dealer and does shows for them, different things. You have plans out, so they can just look on the internet and see when they're going to be. Because you're going to be in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
Coming up April. What is it? It's the first part of April. I know. I can't remember the exact date.
It's that first week. It's the week of the 7th. So it's that week. It's like Tuesday, Wednesday of that week. So it'll probably be like the 8th and 9th.
Northport Power Equipment, right there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Tuscaloosa.
Come see you.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it, Chad.
Thank you.
Sure your back just here.
There we go.
All covered up.
All right. So y'all just watched her climb the tree right here and whatever. Tell us who you are. You ain't nothing but bad as bone, man. I'm just gonna tell you.
Thank you. Yeah, years of practice and experience.
That's right.
A lot of trial and error I've been through to make it look like that. So
H-Team member. Tell us your name and who you are.
So I'm Krista Stratting. I'm from Ontario, Canada. Yeah, I've been climbing for about 11 years. I guess kind of my claim to fame would be I do a lot of competition climbing, which is awesome. That's how I learned all these techniques.
But you're competing against men too, right?
Well, we do.
Sometimes.
Somewhat indirectly.
And you kick butt.
I can kick some butt,
and take names, right?
Yeah.
You've been winning them, ain't you?
Yeah. I won the North Americans 3 times, and then just this year I won the World Championship. So that's been something I've been striving for 10 years. So
very cool.
Yeah.
I seen you last night, and I was wanting to get you on film and everything, introduce myself to you and all that. So very, very cool to get to meet you. And you're on Instagram.
I am.
What do they need to follow you on Instagram?
Just my name, Krista Stratting.
Krista Stratting, right there. You can find her. You can go to Husqvarna USA, scroll down just a little bit, and there's some pictures of you right there, and you can click over from there and follow you right there and everything. Just love the trees, love the climbing.
Yeah, I love every aspect of this industry.
Just stuff like that.
I'm into the training aspect of it too. I like the work, obviously, but I like to train. I like to encourage. We have a Women in Arboriculture Ontario group that we like to put events on for and encourage women in our industry, which is pretty awesome.
I love seeing you out of breath up there because I climb too, and it was very enjoyable to see you a lot younger than I am, and you're up there out of breath too. I loved it.
I just ate lunch.
I loved it. Yeah, excuses.
Yeah.
But all right, so I'm gonna get you to do one thing for me or whatever. I end all of my videos by later taters is what I do. So you're gonna do my later taters for this right here. So,
cool.
So look, we got the old Kill over there standing right there. We had to do a retake on it. So you got it. You're pumped from climbing, so you can do that. So we're gonna do it on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Later taters.
Good job. Appreciate it, girl.
Cool.
All right, so I've got another dealer right here with me. Tell us who you are.
My name's Brian Jack. I'm from the Farm Supply in Elizabeth, Tennessee, and Tri-City Mower and Saw in Johnson City, Tennessee.
In other words, he's from the far eastern part of Tennessee.
As far north and east as you can get.
Way up there. Yeah. Beautiful country up there, too.
In the heart of the Appalachians.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, I'm with another dealer right here. This guy is from New Hampshire, right?
Yeah,
Northern guy.
Milford, New Hampshire. Chapel Tractor's a company.
And you're a dealer here?
I'm a dealer here trying the new saws, and pretty excited.
Yeah, and you ran one while ago. I saw you running one. Which ones have you ran?
I run all of them. I ran the 572, the 550 I liked a lot.
550 is a little demon, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good saw for us in the firewood market. But the 572 was impressive. It was.
Is that the first time you've run a 572?
Yeah, and we do a lot of 372s, so I was real interested in trying that, and it's very smooth, good anti-vibe, really strong. So.
And the thing, your store up there, you were telling me, because you wear some clothes that I wear made by Cool, and you said y'all sell Carhartt, Cool.
Sure, yeah. We've got a whole division in our store called Outfitters, and it's a whole clothing store with Chippewa, Timberland, Carhartt, Cool,
all the good names,
all the good brands, because that's what our customers are wearing. So
I'm fixing to do a video on just Cool, because I love that stuff so much.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It's good stuff.
It's comfortable.
Yeah, because I've got on a pair of their jeans. You've got on a pair of their jeans.
I got the pants. It's good stuff.
And they ain't paid me nothing to say that or anything.
Yeah,
so.
it's good quality stuff, and that's what our dealership does. It's have the best brands and the best product.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir. All right, so this is another dealer right here, and just so happens he's a Southern boy just like I am, and you're from Birmingham, Alabama, right?
Yes.
What's your name?
I'm Harrison Abbott.
Harrison Abbott, and what's your dealer?
We're Rentalman.
Rentalman. Okay. Very cool. So we got Emily back right here. This is the first time you have ever ran a chainsaw, right?
Yes. And it was awesome.
How freaking cool was it?
I feel so badass. And you know what? That's the best way to celebrate my birthday.
There we go. Yeah, it's her birthday.
Yeah.
So, hey man, I like to see somebody learn. To see the smile on their face. It's so contagious.
It was awesome.
It charges my batteries. Did good though. Very good.
Thank you.
No, ma'am, no, ma'am. All right, look, we don't have no chickens out here, okay? You can't, look, you can't. I have followers that follow me, and I call them taters. So you can't be a tater and be running, okay? All right. It's just a camera. It don't have a gun or anything. It's not gonna shoot you. All right.
Cameras are evil.
Cameras are evil. They're not. Look, that thing's gonna make you look good. Look, it's gonna make you look good. All right, so I'm with another dealer right here. They're from the frozen tundra up there of Michigan, right? So where are y'all from?
We're about 120 miles north of Grand Rapids, east of Cadillac, about 17 miles.
Wow. And what's y'all's names?
Paul and Gail Ebels, Ebels Hardware.
Ebels Hardware. So, been a good show. I mean, where else can you go in a company brings out their equipment, actually let somebody who's never touched one run it?
What do you think about the 565?
I tell you what, I'm actually very surprised at that. That is a 70cc saw, just like the 572. It's not the XP, but it's still, for the value and everything of that saw, if you're not like a logger or anything like that, take a look at that saw right there and check it out, because that saw right there is very nice, very, very nice. It's impressive.
Right. So I started to make this video into like a multiple video series, 2 to 3 videos, and I could have easily done that, but I decided not to, just to include it all together. Had a lot of footage to go through, and it took me a couple of nights to worked through it all to get it to where I got it right here. So hope y'all enjoyed all that. I'm just going to kind of end this video here because it's already long enough as it is. But that was it was a good, very good day, very good experience. Met a lot of people as I was there mingling around and things like that. So I think that was very well thought out, very well planned, the way they had everything set up in the 4 stations, and then had us split up into 4 groups so that we were rotating around through those 4 stations, and then to come back after lunch and actually get to you know, run the saws and things like that. But very neat deal for Husqvarna to do all that. So appreciate all y'all watching, following me along here. So we'll catch y'all there. Later, taters.